If you head into Cornwall and want a stretch of sand that feels vast, raw and beautifully underhyped, Hayle Towans Beach should be high on your list. This isn't the kind of beach where you fight for towel space. It's 3 miles of golden sand backed by grassy dunes, Atlantic surf rolling in on one side, and endless space to breathe on the other. What makes Hayle Towans special is its sheer scale and simplicity. You can walk for ages without looping back, and at low tide the beach links with Gwithian and Godrevy, creating a massive expanse that's ideal for walkers, dog owners and families, and anyone looking to unplug. It's the kind of place where locals come year after year. The dunes behind the beach, Towans, is Cornish for dunes. They add drama to the landscape, and for surfers and water sports fans, the Atlantic facing waves are a major draw. Lifeguards are on duty from around May to September, and there are safe swim zones marked off for families. Dogs are welcome all year round, except I think between 10 AM and 6 PM in July and August. And when the salt air finally works up your appetite, just a short walk along the beach is the Bluff Inn. Sitting right above the beach with a front row view of the coast, the Bluff Inn is a go-to spot for casual pub food and a pint with a view. You don't come here for white tablecloths, you come here for chunky fish and chips, a cold cider and a view that stretches all the way to St Ives. The beer garden alone makes it worth the stop. After a relaxed walk along the beach, we went for a Sunday roast. They were running a 2 roast for £20 deal, which sealed the decision for us. A proper Sunday meal at a reasonable price, right by the sea. I had 2 meats, beef and turkey, both cooked nicely, not dry, not overdone, just right. It was an extra £2 for the 2 meat option. They also do a child's version at £8.99 or a single adult version at £13.49. So the £20 option for 2 adults is a good deal, saving you almost £7. The plate came with roast potatoes, 2 Yorkshire puddings, carrots, peas, parsnips, broccoli, stuffing and pigs in blankets, cauliflower cheese and a nice topping of gravy. It had everything you'd expect from a classic roast. It tasted good, nothing too fancy, just food done well. If I had to nitpick, it would be the roast potatoes. They were fine, crispy, seasoned, but a bit on the smaller side. Personally, I prefer the big chunky ones you get in a home-cooked roast. But that's more down to what I'm used to than any real complaint. Everything else hits the spot. We chose to sit indoors, mainly to avoid the ever-hopeful seagulls that tend to hover near outdoor tables in Cornwall. Even from inside, we still had a clear view of the sea, which was a nice bonus. The seating area we used was the bar restaurant, casual and comfortable. There's also a separate dining room that looks a bit more formal and can be reserved in advance, which is handy if you're planning ahead or coming with a larger group. The service was quick and easy. You order and pay at the bar, and our food arrived under 15 minutes. As we were eating, a queue started to build up at the bar, so we were lucky to have arrived just before the rush. As far as the facilities go, the pub is well set up. Toilets were clean and well maintained. Nothing fancy, but exactly what you expect from a good pub. There's also a small arcade area, which is a nice touch if you're there with kids or just fancy a bit of nostalgic entertainment. The Bluff Inn also has its own parking, which is always appreciated this close to the beach. It's a pay and display car park, but you can usually get your fee refunded when you eat at the pub, so make sure you ask at the bar. Overall, it was a good, satisfying Sunday lunch, in a relaxed setting with great views and solid service. If you're in Hayle and looking for a casual roast with all the trimmings, the Bluff Inn is a reliable pick. And it doesn't hurt that it's just steps from one of Cornwall's best beaches. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Until next time, cheers you.